say never?
I don't know. A song? I don't know. I don't know.
Look that up.
Okay, let me see. We're live, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, we're live? Well, look up Justin Bieber Never Say Never, because I want to know why my brain's connecting those two things.
Okay, it's a song by Justin Bieber featuring Jaden Smith, and it's like it looks
Oh,
really old, from
okay.
2010.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know Justin
That's
Bieber
not
was that
that old.
old. I didn't
Oh,
even.
wait, yeah. No.
That's 7 years.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, man. Getting older sucks.
Yeah, we're
Everything seems like it's recent.
we're getting older. That's for sure.
Now I
So,
understand when you're like in the early 90s and you looked at your parents, you're all like, why are they still carrying over that 80s bullshit?
yeah, that's true.
And then like, I bet my kids are going to be all like, man, dad still dresses like he listens to grunge from the 90s.
Might be cool whenever your kids are old enough to know what that is. Like how
Yeah,
the
it'll
things.
be like Nirvana will be the new Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
Like our generation's Pink Floyd will be Nirvana.
that's gonna be fucking weird. That would be super weird. Yeah, I want to get someone on here to interview one day, but I don't really know who to ask. Like maybe those podcast guys. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I think you should ask around.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people that stream. Like, obviously, I try to keep like 5 or 6 friends that stream on Twitch, but I guess I could ask like everybody basically. I want to have like a common ground though, like something that we can all laugh about and talk about, even though it'll be like our first time ever talking.
Yeah. Well, I want
So
to meet the podcast guys from what you told me.
yeah, well, they were in the chat the other day, just talking whenever I got all that
Yeah, but
donation
I
money.
can't see the chat
That's
because
true.
I'm a piece of shit that works.
I read it to
I
you
would just.
though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All they did was say, "Hey
Well,
man, they're
I
str-
want to talk.
they're
Find
streaming
out
right
their
now.
ideas.
They're streaming right now." You just want me to message
So,
them
like,
and be like, "Hey, you guys want to Skype?"
yeah, do it. Wow,
I'm going to.
do it. I like friends. I don't have any.
1 second.
Oh, did
Uh,
you did you watch Me Far Enough?
do what?
Uh, Last night I streamed. Uh, I started the Emerald Hardcore. Did you see me get my starter?
No, I didn't.
Oh, guess one, what's its name, and two, what it is.
Okay, so the starters for that generation are Torchic, Trico, and what's the water type? Piplup, right?
Like it's like Mudkip or something like that.
Oh, Mudkip, that's right. I went an extra. So I'm gonna guess you probably chose Torchic.
Nope.
Whoa, so you chose Trico.
No.
Oh, you chose Mudkip? Jesus, I suck at guessing.
Yeah, you do. I did even talk about choosing Torchic. I really don't like the grass type,
Why not?
and also Trico looked like a stupid lizard, so I didn't want him. Uh, Torchic is a fire chicken, so like, yeah, I want Torchic, but I think in X and Y you could get Torchic, and I had Torchic at X and Y, and I was like, no. And Mudkip was a so
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
got Mudkip because he was cute and a water type, and then guess what his name is?
Uh, I don't know. Fucking. Let me try to think of something clever here. Nope, I give up. What is it?
Squish
Oh, that's
Puff.
cool. I'm sure he'll love to hear that. Was he in chat or something whenever you did it?
No, I told him that I would. I couldn't remember who watched my channel the most.
Yeah,
Uh, but Squish is always talking to me on this shit. So
yeah. He
uh,
I saw that somebody else followed your channel yesterday. You're up to a whole eight followers.
Holy shit, for real?
I think so. Let me check
I
again
thought
for
I
you.
was still at 7.
Let me check for you real quick. I'm pretty sure.
I'm about to them double digits, dog.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, you're at 8.
Well, more people follow me, I guess the more chance I have for people to be online when I'm streaming.
Right. Yeah. I don't. It doesn't let me see who your 8 followers are. I think like you have to do that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I commented on your YouTube video too.
Oh yeah, I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
Cannabis defense. David Sloan, PLLC, 817-810-0088.
I'm gonna send that to podcast. I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, if they're ever in Texas and need a cannabis lawyer.
Okay, I'll let them know. I don't think that they're ever gonna go to Texas. They live in Colorado, so if they ever went to Texas, they'd be like, "What the fuck are we doing here?"
Why would you go anywhere if you lived in Colorado?
You
Well,
probably
I guess
can't.
they'd go to Texas like during the winter.
They
It's
probably
fuck winter.
they'd probably go to Texas just to be like how we go to like medieval fucking carnivals, you
Medieval
know?
times.
Like we go to those like what are the, yeah, like those festivals or whatever. Like they go to Texas to feel like that. Like, wow, this is so primitive.
So there's cowboys everywhere.
There's cowboys everywhere.
I've never seen so many big belt buckles, fat women ever in my life. Technical difficulties.
All right. I'm looking at your YouTube channel, and your video has 2 whole views on it. 2 whole views. It's pretty good.
Yeah, 2 views. Thanks for shaming me.
Well, I mean, I didn't watch it, so I guess I clicked it, so maybe it was like you clicked it, you watched it, which isn't
Yeah,
true.
that's how it counts.
Yeah. Wait, we did not prepare at all. In case anybody who's watching this right now is wondering, we did not prepare for today's episode at all. You didn't even know I was going live until I said, "Hey, we're live
No,
now."
I totally forgot that we were live too.
Well, I sent those guys a message. We'll see if they say anything back, but probably not while they're streaming anyway. I think that would be kind of fun though if we could be on Skype with them while they're streaming and just like talk to them, you know? That'd be
Yeah,
kind of
well,
fun.
maybe they'll get high enough to think that that's a good idea.
I'm gonna say that to them.
Huh?
I'm gonna say that.
This talk show just gonna be us harassing the podcast guys?
Yeah.
I'm down with it.
I said, "Hey guys, if you want to try something new, or if you get high enough to think it's a fun idea, we are live, and we think it'd be fun to have you guys on a Skype call with us." All right. So yeah, we didn't structure this at all. Like, I guess we could talk about maybe a top 3 that we're gonna do later, or something.
Yeah, I guess. I normally choose the my top 3, right as we're doing the top 3.
Yeah. Do you really?
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
that's like not good strategy.
Well, I think of my number 3, and then that's why I make you go first. So when 3 comes, I have my other 2 after I say my 3.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's still not much better, but that's some forethinking.
Hey.
Though.
Man, I'm a procrastinator. I didn't barely pass high school for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I could have been a straight A student if I wanted to. I could have had like a 5.0 GPA. But I found out that if I just pay attention in class and pass all my tests and quizzes with A's, then I don't have to do any other work.
Yeah. Do you want to hear some of these titles for some of these news stories that are pretty good?
Sure, why not? I guess we're live, so they can hear my reaction.
Yeah. Okay. let's see here. The internet freaks out over a 19th century book featuring a boy named Baron Trump, who is Donald Trump's only son, or youngest son. I'm sorry. So apparently, I mean,
What?
I guess it's like some sort of conspiracy theory that this 19th century book names this kid, which is
Oh man,
like
written by Notre Dame.
it's like 300 years old. I don't know. Sounds interesting though. I think
And that that
maybe
makes
we'll.
me really sad about my choice and timing of my Twitch name.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even know Donald Trump's son was named Barron.
Did you really not? I did. But you
No,
chose that name
no.
like seriously like 6 years ago.
Yeah, like I've been calling myself. Like I was thinking also, Dr. Baron Kai the Third is a really bad Twitch name because it's not short and simple and easy to
Sure.
remember. It's a lot to fucking type out.
Yeah. That's why I made that thing where I can just type in the doc and it'll plug you.
Yeah, I could have just been Dr. Baron as like my Twitch channel, but I had to fucking be difficult, I guess. Or I could have just left it my other like name that I've used since high school as McCrabs, and then my wife's screen name would make more sense.
Yeah, that would work. Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
I've definitely got the other two. Uh cow and okay, so this calf looks suspiciously like Gene Simmons and people want answers. And let me tell you, buddy,
Cat.
calf, like a cow calf.
Oh, calf.
Yeah.
Calf.
And let me tell you, buddy, it looks just like Gene Simmons. Like it's got the same facial painting, it's sticking its tongue out, it's Gene Simmons. Like I mean, if you move that picture like 10 feet further away from me, I'd be like, yeah, that's a picture of Gene Simmons. And then you'd be like, no, it's a cow. And I'd be like, what?
Well,
Nah.
like, one, cows have really long tongues. Like, once a cow wrapped its whole tongue around my leg as a child. Like, circular.
What?
Yeah, it was a dairy farm and it, like, licked around my leg.
That's crazy. I
I
would
freaked
freak
out.
out. Yeah. uh, yeah, I would freak the fuck out. Hold on. What was this last one? I gotta write this down before I lose it. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna read this one, but I just think that this is funny to say. This company is seeking a Donald Trump doppelganger. So they're like somebody who looks like Donald Trump. But I think they should have changed it from like doppelganger to like Donald Ganger or Trump.
Oh, Ganger is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I wish there were people
Yeah.
here to hear that. That was a good one. Uh,
Uh,
what?
whatchamacallit? Why don't they get the guy on America's Got Talent?
Wait, what?
Have you seen that guy?
What about that guy?
There's a guy, and he's a Donald Trump impersonator, and the way that he dresses and does his makeup and acts and talks, he sounds, looks, and acts just like Donald Trump.
Huh.
But he sings songs like I think he did like Spice Girls or Backstreet Boys last time I saw him.
That's appropriate.
I just caught it. And he has like a dance troupe with them, and they dance while he sings, and it sounds like Donald Trump singing the song.
That's super weird. I'll have to check that out.
It is weird, but you need to watch it. It's pretty awesome too.
Cause
Like I really wish Donald Trump was this guy and not Donald Trump.
is that did a new season of that show start or something? I watched it like last season and it blew my fucking mind, that show. Like I swear to God, some people who try out for that show are literal witches. Like literally they're witches.
Yeah. There's one act I don't think it made it very far, but I really liked it, and they act like they were. I don't know. I can't tell if it's an act or if they're really foreign, and they're kind of like a modern day Three Stooges. Like one of the guys doesn't talk, and like the other two guys have like these thick accents. They said that they came to America to be the world's best acrobatic troupe. and then they come out and they lay down on the floor, and a screen drops down. And there's like a camera over them on the floor, and like they scoot around the floor, and it looks like they're doing acrobatic tricks on the camera, like standing on each other's shoulders and like jumping over stuff. But it's
What?
all like on the floor, but
Bro.
it's all choreographed where it looks like they're
Because they use the
uh
camera angle. That is sick. I bet that's
yeah,
crazy
it's
to
like
see.
yeah, it's like top down, hilarious because like right in front of the screen is a dude laying on the floor doing what's on the screen, and on the screen it looks like they're doing like acrobatic shit, but like at the same time you see the guys like on the floor, like when they do backflips it's just the guy like rolling on his side on the floor.
What?
It's
That's
funny.
crazy.
it's, it's like, oh shit, that me and you could do like if we had a camera and shit, but like just that they thought of it and they're like on America's Got Talent trying to chase the quote unquote American dream to become the world's best known acrobatic troupe. That's all they do.
What if that were like the American dream? You know, like, man,
To
fucking
be acrobats.
yeah. I love America, bro. Like anybody can go there and become a Cirque du Soleil acrobat. You know?
Yeah, that's like the Russian dream.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever seen Cirque du Soleil? Like live
I think
seen?
Circus Soleil is like French, right?
I think so. I mean, it sounds French.
Yeah, they're an old like carnival like acrobatic troupe,
Yeah,
like
but
from the vaudeville days, but like they're still going.
yeah, have you ever
Yeah,
seen them?
some of the shit that they do is crazy.
Dude, I got to see them live one time at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, and it was the most intense thing I've ever seen. Like, I seriously thought that 7 people were gonna die at one time. I was like, all 7 of you sons of bitches are gonna fucking die, and like we're here paying to watch it, you know? Like that's what I think everybody was
Yeah,
waiting for.
why not?
Yeah, everybody was like, oh
It's like
man, I'd love paying a hundred
it's like
dollars to
why all
hopefully see someone die on live fucking stage.
that's why the rednecks go to NASCAR, man.
Yeah, that's
They're all
true.
like, well, I got really good at following the sport because originally I went, like, I know everything about NASCAR and how the sport works, but I originally went just to watch these guys crash,
Yeah,
watch explosions.
right. Dude, all of the promotional like ads for NASCAR, like if you're ever watching NASCAR between, like the commercial breaks, they'll show their own little ad that's like NASCAR, and then it's like some AC/DC song and like a bunch of cars turning into fireballs, like that's their ad. Like come watch NASCAR so you can watch our athletes get fucking burned to death, you know?
Hey, did you know that Dale Earnhardt revolutionized NASCAR? He was the
But
first car to ever turn right.
oh, that's too soon.
Right into a wall.
God damn it. Dude, I remember the day that Dale Earnhardt Jr. died. I remember that day. You know why I remember that
He was
day? What?
he was a badass
Yeah,
dude.
well,
Like
yeah.
he would like smoke cigarettes while driving, and like everybody else had like the modern day neck braces by this point and like full face helmets, and he still rode around with like a 70s three quarters helmet that's
Right.
probably not even padded enough to be a safety helmet.
Not to mention his car was a fucking Monte Carlo. Like, you're not gonna win any
Yeah.
races with a Monte Carlo, Dale Earnhardt. Anyway, I remember the day that Dale Earnhardt Sr. died, and I remember it because my neighbors were like huge NASCAR fans, but I think even more than that, they were huge Dale Earnhardt fans. And so, like, I just remember being over at their house, and I was like, I don't know, 10 or something, whenever the news broke. Like, I was at their house, and like, they had like a family weep, you know? They like gathered around the table and like cried together and like prayed for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to win the race, I guess. I
In,
remember.
uh, in high school, we used to have. It was shortly after I think he died. When did he die? Maybe I wasn't in high school.
I don't
Uh,
know. I think it was like, god damn, dude, it must have been like at least 15 years ago. So like early 2000s, like 2002,
okay, yeah, I was in high school then.
I think.
And yeah, was always hanging out at like this shitty little skate park, and the Allen County Fair came, and we won as many Dale Earnhardt like posters at like the Guess the Weight game and Model Toss game, like those little, they're like a 5x7 picture, that you get at carnivals, but they're all like Dale Earnhardt. So
Damn.
we got like 20 of these things at the carnival, just playing games and stuff. And we invented a religion called Earnhardtism, and those were like pictures of the patron saint of Earnhardtism, and we hung them up all over the skate park. Like nailed them to trees and like the little shed that was out there to some of the ramps. So like,
Oh.
and then whenever something cool happens to this day, those guys still go, hell yeah, instead of hell yeah.
Oh. Hell yeah. That was pretty good.
Hell yeah.
So it says here Dale Earnhardt Sr. died in February of 2001. So, yeah, I don't know. That doesn't really mean much to me, I guess, other than like, I think
You were pretty close with the 2002.
I was really close, wasn't I? I'm never that
Yeah,
close.
you remember. You remember Dale dying.
Yeah,
There's that cannabis defense billboard again.
damn, they really want to defend you.
Or there's a lot of people out in this middle of nowhere that smoke weed.
Obviously, there are. Um,
They're
so
probably growing it out here, man. All it is fields.
probably. I mean, wouldn't you if you could?
Well, yeah, where else? Like, if I could get away with it, man.
It's a lot of money.
I don't know if I would even grow it to sell it, man. Like, I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't grow it because I can't smoke it. So
Right.
the
Well,
only reason I'd want to grow weed is so I could get free weed. I wouldn't even want to sell it because that's where you get in trouble.
yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever want to do that either because it just sounds like too much work, honestly. More than anything, it's just like, I don't want to have to deal with all that work. It's like being a farmer. Who wants to do that except for dumb farmers?
Well, like, I would make probably really shitty weed because of that. But at least it would be free. Because I'd treat it like a house plant. I mean, it's a weed, so it grows pretty well. They're pretty hardy plants.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, like, this dude I knew in high school, he would get, like, popcorn reg, like mid-grade.
Mm-hmm.
So it still had, like, stems and seeds, and he would just throw them out of his bedroom window. And then, like, he had weed bushes right below his window because he was just throwing seeds out of there.
So every now and then one of them would just plant roots and pop up.
Yeah, one would just, like, somehow make it into the dirt and grow
Damn.
roots and become a giant pot plant and, like, eventually start flowering, and then, like, he eventually got in trouble for it because the cops caught him cutting buds off of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like outside of his, it's like right there, visible.
Yeah, it was, like, in his backyard, and, like, in his backyard across the street was, like, not across the street, but, like, across the lawn was a church.
Oh my
Like, it's
god.
church, neighborhood, and then, like, massive amounts. There were, like, 4 or 5. Like, it looked like, you have shrubbery outside the back of your house sometimes.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it was all fucking pot plants.
Oh my goodness.
His name was Moose. He was a really cool guy.
Shit, what was I gonna tell you? I had something to tell you and I forgot already what it was. Oh, okay, wait, I know. Give us a reality check. How about that? Where are you
Oh
at?
man,
What are you
don't
doing?
ask me about cool cars because I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm on the 287, US 287 heading south, going towards Fort Worth. I'm actually in Bowie, Texas.
Okay.
actually, when you drive through their town, they have this giant Bowie knife.
Wait,
Like it's billboard side Bowie knife.
wait. Because of the town's name, they decided to put that as like their mascot?
I don't know. I think David Bowie was born there, and they changed the name of the town because of David Bowie.
So that's pretty cool, I guess. But they had a Bowie knife there, is what you're saying, right? A Bowie knife?
Yeah,
Yeah, so, but why? Like,
but it's David Bowie.
yeah, I know. That's so fucking dumb. Oh, it's so dumb.
I mean, it's fucking Texas, man. Like,
Yeah. What? Wait.
I mean, like if the original cowboy hat was made in a town, they'd have a giant fucking sculpture of a cowboy hat, and they'd call it Hat Town.
Hat Town.
Yeah, come see 10-gallon Pete. I couldn't think of it. 10-gallon Ted. There you go.
Oh my god. So how much further do you have to drive? Like hours wise, or actually hours and miles?
Miles 81. Hours about hour and 34 minutes.
So that means you. How fast does that mean that you go on average? Like 60 miles an hour, ish.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's how this is a trucker GPS, and they calculate it by the speed limit because it knows all the speed limits, but they do it by the average truck speed limit through there.
Okay.
So like the highway and interstate that's like 70, they're calculating it at 60.
Okay. Well, that's all. I mean, at least you're keeping a good speed then. So there's no cool cars around. There's no, I don't know, accidents. If there's ever an accident, you have to tell us about it because like people love that shit.
Oh yeah, you'll probably fucking hear about it. I'll either be bitching or being like, "Hey, dude, I gotta go. I just killed somebody."
Right, because you're either bitching because it's slowing you down, or you're telling me, "Hey, dude, I just killed somebody because I'm the one that did it."
Yeah, like
Okay.
someone pulled out in front of me, and honestly, guys, don't cut too close in front of semis. There's my public service announcement.
That's a good one.
Instead of an asshole antidote, I'm gonna do a public service
Oh,
announcement.
okay. Wow. You know we're 30 minutes into this and we haven't even done anything. So
Yeah, I know, dude. Like,
it's great.
whatever. We're just bullshit. I totally forgot that we were doing the
It's great.
thing until I was like, you know what? Everybody needs to know this. Don't cut too close in front of semis. They don't stop very well. You don't know if they're loaded or not. And then they stop shittier when they're loaded. If it's inclement weather, make sure you give them a full truck length at least to pass them at any time. A little more. Like, look how long the truck is and estimate how far up you are. Because when you cut in front of a semi, you may not notice that you reduce speed or they're speeding up because it takes them a while to speed up and it's harder to see. So, just give them a little room, man, because, if I hit your Ford Taurus with my semi, I will guarantee you I will not come out with anything but, a sore back,
Right.
maybe not even any bruises, and I will just totally demolish your car and murder you.
Yeah, you might even still be able to drive away.
My semi can drive away. It's designed to roll over rough terrain to a certain point. But you don't notice, even if I told you the math, the numbers, you still wouldn't comprehend what these motherfuckers can do. I've seen a semi get rear-ended by an F-150, and it took off the back axle of his truck,
Damn.
which that F-150 hit him pretty hard, and they hit, the driver's side bumper of the back of this thing because they just weren't paying attention on an on-ramp.
Damn.
And they hit him about going 65 miles per hour, and he was going 60. And that truck buried itself all but 2 inches of its bed underneath his axle. And the dude in the passenger seat was impaled. He lived.
Damn.
I know this because I know the guy He was at my company, the one that got rear-ended. And the other guy, that driver, he went to jail for voluntary manslaughter. Not voluntary,
Jesus.
involuntary manslaughter.
Hold on. I gotta answer this question. Relentless 202 says someone donated $200, or is that just 20 yellow? Actually, no, nobody donated $200. I have had some donations in the past few days. Some of that is my own money that I'm putting up, hopefully, to obviously buy a new computer. I don't know if you can even see that it says that because it's in black. Um, but yeah, some of that is my own money. Some of it is donated, and then the rest of it, I'll come across it however I can. But a new computer would make my streaming a lot nicer. I'd be able to play a lot more games. And yeah, you'd be able to see me in a better resolution because I'd have a nicer webcam. But if it's your first time here, which I'm not sure if it is, I think so, if you hit the follow button, you get a little notification. Ooh, let me try this. Up there at the top of the screen, I'll give you a little dance like that, like I give everybody. And we'll hang out a few times a week. I do other things other than just this talk show with my friend, Dr. Baron Kai Kai. I also play games on here. I do a lot of interactive games that chat can play with me. Check my bio for any information that you might need. Until then, if you've got anything you want to hear us talk about, or if you want to hear music or something, let us know. We're going to keep on trucking. Hopefully you'll get that little ringtone that I like to hear so much whenever you hit the follow button. But I will let Dr. Baron Kai Kai take it away one more again so you can finish up what you're saying.
Well, what's more important than what I was saying is, like, be respectful of semis, is the moral of the story. Just give us room, man. Like, because we could totally demolish whatever you're fucking in. So, like...
Yeah, you could. It's not even a joke.
And, well, yeah, like, 76% of the time, it's usually your fault.
Yeah.
Like, it's usually the car's fault. It's not the semi-driver's fault. We're held to, like, a really high standard where you get, like, quadruple the fines that you do. Like, we're statistically better fucking drivers. We do it all the time. Not tooting my own horn, not saying I am or all semi-drivers are, but I'm just saying, give us a little space, man. We want you to live as much as we want to live and make money and keep our job. So, like, number 2, what was that guy's name?
Actually, I'm going to respond to him real quick while I give you his name. His name is Relentless202. He says he was one of the guys joking with me the other day, pretending to be like my brother and sister. And I talked to my sister, and she told me who the guys are. Both of them sound like really cool dudes. I don't know if I know either one of you guys, man. I wish, if you remember me, I'm sorry that I don't remember you. My memory is terrible, and I've lived in Oklahoma for like 6 years now. But I know that you're about my sister's age, and I really appreciate the donations that you guys gave me the other day, and that is part of the donations you see up there, and then some of it is my money, and then, well, obviously we'll roll along with that. But yeah, definitely, thanks for stopping by again, man. Like I said, I try to do all kinds of stuff on here.
Relentless 202.
Yeah.
Follow me too.
Oh yeah, I gave him
I need friends.
I gave him your Twitch channel there. But yeah, we try to do all kinds of stuff here, man. Especially with this talk show. Like, Kai is one of my friends in real life, and he's moving close to me soon. So we're gonna be doing like Friday night games where we'll be in real life playing like board games with our wives or some friends or both, and just chilling with you guys. And then obviously, the games and stuff that we both play on our channels separately. But yeah, thanks again, man, for being here. I definitely appreciate it. And if you want to talk about something or whatever, let me know. I want do what?
You guys, I just want to say, you guys probably gave EJ the majority of his donations that aren't his own money. So he's really not proud. What's the word that I want? Thankful. He's really thankful.
Yeah,
for that.
No, definitely, always, for sure. Yeah, and obviously my info page says something about that where the donation button is, which I'm sure you saw. But I wanted to tell a story really quick about the dangers of semi trucks, and then we'll get off of reality check for a minute. My dad drove a semi truck for a gasoline company, in that he drove an 18-wheeler that he like hauled diesel and petrol and whatever. And I'm not going to get too much into the details of what happened, but thankfully he was unloaded at the time of the accident, so there was no gasoline or fuel in the tank. But he was stricken, not he struck, he was stricken by a U-Haul. A U-Haul came, like a Penske truck, came into the other lane, a little moving box truck, and hit my dad head on at like 50 miles an hour. And if you think that, like, I don't know how to explain it, like, that dude's Penske truck, which was like whatever, 20 feet long before, was about the size of a sedan. Like, whenever it was all said and done,
Yep.
like it might even been the size of like a smart car, you know, whenever it was all said and done. And of course, that guy didn't survive, and my condolences to his family and stuff. It's been a while ago, but you know, and that obviously weighs really hard on my dad's heart and stuff, and literally on his physical capabilities and all that stuff. So it is super dangerous. I think, like I know I always go straight to motorcycles and how much I hate motorcycles, but instead of looking twice for motorcycles, look twice for big rigs. Is my suggestion.
I think you should look twice for everybody, man. Just look out. Be a good human being. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
notice what's fucking around you. It's not that I ride a motorcycle or I drive a semi and I'm bitching about this stuff. It's just like, there are other human beings in those vehicles. And pull your head out of your fucking ass for like 10 seconds because you're driving a 1 to 2 ton cage of steel that's hurtling down the road at like 80 miles per hour, like a mile a minute, man. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's fucking dangerous what
yeah,
you're
no, it
doing, and
is.
you need to understand the gravity of what's going on.
It's for
Like,
real,
pay attention. If you're tired, pull over and take a nap, man.
for real. Those things are
Like,
dangerous behemoths of the road. Um,
like, I mean, like just cars. Like,
well, sure, but semi trucks, Jesus, you definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of that impact.
yeah, they're normally around 20 tons
Right.
instead of 1. So just to like give you, like, I'm normally about, when I'm loaded, I'm about 79,000 pounds.
Jesus, that is a lot.
Like truck, trailer, and load.
That's a lot,
So
dude.
yeah, saying that your car is like 1,000 pounds, don't fuck with a semi.
Right. Relentless asked if I've got PUBG. No, I don't. Basically, I'll explain to you what's happening since you are one of the donators. You donated some money, and I had the thing set for PUBG, and I'm worried. Obviously, that puts me like halfway to buying the game, which would be awesome. I probably will do that. So this bar is going to stay the same for a little bit, but literally as soon as I get like 15 more bucks, I'm gonna buy that game. But this bar won't change. This bar is gonna stay like this at least for until after that game is purchased. So no, not yet. I don't. I've got a few games though that you might be interested in playing. Do you play Rocket League or CS:GO or I don't know, Forza?
Pokemans.
Pokemans. I love some Pokemans, but PUBG is definitely on the list to purchase for sure. I change the little bar every now and then to try to gather interest and see what people like. But yeah, PUBG is definitely on the list for sure.
Well, I think it was a good move.
I think so.
I said that you should get PUBG or whatever first.
Well, yeah, I definitely am planning to do
But
that. Like I said, I definitely will buy PUBG
but
before I buy
I
a computer.
really don't like think that you need to buy it before you have a system that can run it and stream it. Because
Yeah,
it's kind of not fair. I mean, like, I can see why you did it because, like, I was the advocate for not changing it until you get the game, but then you get the game and you can run it, but you can't stream and run it.
right.
So, like, that's
That's
kind
my
of
worry.
fucked up.
That's my worry because right now I can't stream Rocket League while I play. Like most of MMO games that like are kind of whatever graphics heavy, you know, I can't stream because of my computer. My computer just isn't good enough. I don't think it's my internet. My internet seems fine. I stream every day with almost no problems. Relentless says, "What's your computer specs?" Not good. The graphic is.
It's
I
a
mean,
laptop.
yeah,
Just
you may as well
letting you
just pretend it's the worst thing you've ever witnessed. The graphics card
It's
is
off the shelf, right? It's
yeah, it's
off the
just
shelf
yeah,
laptop.
yeah. The graphics card is an HD 4400 by Intel, so it's not great. but it does run a lot of things. Also, here, let me give you a link to something, buddy. This is a game that I just got. And if you follow all the directions that I just gave you in Nightbot, this is a fun game that I can play with people from stream. It's like $10 right now, I think. If you follow that and if you use the code Elegant Earnest, capital letters, one big word, you'll get a copy for free. So you spend $10 on the one game, you get a second copy for
And then you
free.
can buy your friend a
Right,
copy.
right. You can give away the copy to whoever you want, the extra copy that you get. But it's a really cool game. If you ever played like StarCraft or anything like that, it's exactly, basically the same platform. It's like you build a little base, and there are like 4 quadrants in each server. You build a little base, and attack the people next to you or whatever mine until each game. I played 3 games of it, and I think on average each game was about an hour and a half long. I know that sounds really long, but it didn't seem like that because you're like farming and shit. And then like what was shitty for me, I'm gonna get into a rant about this game. It's kind of cool. What sucked for me is I got my base built really well, right? And I paid like no attention to the guys around me because I was on the beta, and it's like a competitive thing. I'm like, oh man, my base is sick. I'm gonna sign in tomorrow and like come back and like do this and this and this. And then as soon as I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop playing for a little bit, I'd get taken out. And so like you have to restart. Oh, it was so frustrating. Oh man. So I restarted
Are you gonna
and
keep your base?
yeah, yeah. Is if you win uh, the round or whatever, if nobody takes you out, then yeah, your base is secure, and the next game that you play, you get to carry it over. Just like Rust. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot like Rust. It's a lot like StarCraft or yeah, a lot like that.
Well,
It's
StarCraft, everybody starts at 0. Wow, that's gonna get out of hand fast.
yeah, it's
I'm gonna try it.
dude, it's sweet. It's a cool game, and it just released yesterday. And they dropped the price from 20 to 10, and then every time if you buy one, you get a free copy. If you
So
use
you and your friend that donated dollars to EJ can, one of you could pay the other one $5, and then you both can get a copy of the game for $5.
right, right,
Or you could be a nice friend and buy it for $10 and give your friend a free copy and be all like, hey, look, I gave you this $20 game because I'm such a great guy.
yeah. Um, he says in Rust, every time you leave the game, your house gets destroyed. Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot like that. Like, if I just left the server, they would just take my base. And which is exactly what I was about to do, not realizing that was what was going to happen. But I guess at least I was there to see it get taken, because if I had logged back in, like, fuck, where did all my armadas go? I'm pissed. Do you want to... Wait, we didn't even discuss what we're going to do for a top 3 today. Wait, chat. Do you guys have any ideas? Yeah. We like to do a top 3. Obviously, it's not the end of the show yet, but we like to do a top 3 towards the end of the show. We still got at least forever to go. But do you guys have any ideas for a top 3? We've done like YouTubers and TV shows and, just random.
Fruit.
We did fruit. Yeah, we did cars. We did games.
Don't forget.
Top 3 anything, Relentless. Like, for us to discuss what our top... Okay, so my favorite one was we did our top 3... Should we do our top 3 top 3s?
No, we're not even there yet.
No, I know, but that's a funny thing. Anyway, my favorite one...
Your favorite was the fucking cars, because that spawned like an hour-long argument between me and you.
That was a good one, but actually I think my favorite was Pokemon. I liked the Pokemon one. And I forget, what was your number 1? I meant to ask you this, because I remember you were like mad at me because I didn't pay attention, but I remember your number 3 was yellow, and I remember your number 2 I thought was emerald, but it ended up being X or Y. What was your number 1? I forget.
I think it was X, was number 2.
Okay.
And my number 1 was Fire Red, because it's red with updated graphics.
Okay. I couldn't remember what your number 1 was. Yeah, I liked doing the Pokemon one, and I liked doing the board game ones. That one was cool. The tabletop game ones. But yeah, it'd be cool if we could get like some suggestions for a top 3 to do. But until then, I think I might pull up this first news article. What do you think?
Well, finally, it's been like a fucking hour.
Yeah, it really has been. So the first thing I have wrote down here is about this the internet freaking out over a book that names. The internet freaks out over a
Ultradamus.
Yeah, The internet freaks out over 19th century books multiples, featuring a boy named Barron Trump, which is Donald Trump's youngest son, in case you didn't know, and he's also the first son of a president to live in the White House since I think uh, Kennedy or something. It's been a while. It's been like since the 60s or 70s since there's been a son in the White House, which is kind of neat. I feel bad for the kid.
Yes, I just passed a skate shop called Shredders, spelled with a Z.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay, so apparently, okay, here we go. The name of the book is, uh, oh shit, hold on. Somebody just pulling in my house? Oh shit. One second, I gotta hand this over to Ashley's Uncle Brian. So can you entertain the folks for 1 minute?
Okay, I'm seriously not gonna do that the whole time. Should I? I can't see chat, so I can't really think. Should I just make random noises the whole time? Make little songs for you guys? Uh, I'm really bad at being alone, man. I go to dark places or I just do stupid shit. I'm like the most annoying person that you'll ever meet. God, I hate myself. EJ's so popular. Look at that. He has family come over. My family hates me. Oh, 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 which, everybody listening, my brother's having a baby, which, him and his wife are, they really like Sons of Anarchy for some odd reason. I don't know why. Probably because it's like a soap opera. But, like, they really liked Jax Teller's name, the main character of the show. So if they have a boy, it's going to be Jackson. Oh, and also, all the firstborn males in my family have the initials JTM. So it'd be Jackson something McPhail or whatever. Oh shit, I just said my last name. Oh well. It'd be JTM, right? So my brother's Josh and my dad's Jeff and my grandfather on that side is James. I'm the second child of the family. So I don't get the cool JTM. But if it's a girl, which I'm hoping it is, because like I have a daughter and I love little baby girls and they're awesome. The baby's name is gonna be Eevee. Could be named after a freak Pokemon. Man, how cool is that?
Oh, I remember you talking about this the other day to me. Sorry about that, guys. My wife's uncle needed a tool that I had, so he stopped by to grab that. Um, anyway, this
His tool?
do what?
Was it his tool?
Yeah, it's not even really a tool, I guess, as much as it's like, I guess it is a tool. It's like something. It's basically what it is like it screws onto the end of a water hose, and what you do is you turn the water hose on, and it's like this ball that fills up with water and then releases it all at once really hard, like a compressed air gun kind of. And the point is to clear out clogs and like water pipes. So I guess he's got a clog over there in one of his sinks or something, and so he came over to grab that.
That's
I
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually a kind of neat little
That's
thing.
like a little like, ghetto power washer.
Exactly. And it builds pressure like every 10 seconds, and then it releases the water really high pressured.
So you could like clean your vinyl siding with it if you had vinyl siding.
Yeah. It would take a lot longer and a lot more water, but yeah. uh, okay, so I actually want to know about this. The name of this book is Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. Let's see.
Ooh, sounds like a gay euphemism.
Okay, so in this book, Barron is a wealthy young man living in a place called Castle Trump. But his real adventures begin when Dawn, the master of all masters, end quote, inspires him to travel to Russia, where he finds a portal that allows him to travel to other lands. The man in the book is actually named Don Constantino Bartolomeo, and then some really long name. Yes, Don is a title, but still, it's still kind of coincidental, you know. Lockwood also wrote a pamphlet in 1896 called The Last President, which does not feature Barron Trump's character, but has some interesting parallels to modern times. It begins in New York City, which is up in arms over the election of an outsider candidate. The news causes those, quote, in upper portions, end quote, of the city to sit as if paralyzed with a nameless dread. So the coincidences in this book are getting interest from the internet conspiracy theorists, some of whom believe the portal to other worlds in Barron Trump's book supports a theory that the Trump family has had access to. No, I'm not even gonna fucking read that. That is
No,
just.
no, read that. Read that.
Oh my god, they're gonna make a movie. Oh my
They're gonna make a movie
god.
of this shit.
Yeah. So
Well, like,
basically,
besides the names for a 19th century book, actually sounds pretty badass. Like, sounds like a good book.
yeah, okay, it does. But they're saying, okay, so in the book, a man named Baron, or a kid named Baron Trump, travels to mysterious lands through some portal that the Don told him how to get to in Russia, which is weird, right? Because Baron Trump is the son of
Yeah.
Donald Trump, who's in the middle of a Russian, what would you call it? I don't,
Conspiracy?
yeah, I don't know, conspiracy. But the conspiracy theories that they state on this page are, well, what if the Trumps have access to like time travel, and like this kid was like a real guy, dude? You know, fuck that. Like, if that's really what you think, then
Well, obviously, there's people that believe that, like, flat Earth is real, and people are fucking stupid. But this book sounds really cool, and it's really cool that there's a lot of coincidences. But what if Baron Trump has access to time travel?
okay, so you
Is
wanna?
Baron Trump the guy that we talked about in another episode that, like, got a Russian lawyer?
No, that's his eldest son.
So Baron is his youngest. The one's
Yes.
like 11.
Yes.
He's like 11 or 12 or some shit.
Yeah, he's not very old.
Oh, that'd be cool if he had time travel and the book's actually about him.
No, that would
He
suck.
comes through like the portal in like the 1800s, and he's all like, "My dad is very, very, very good at things.
Right. My dad is the best at all things.
He's very, 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 very good.
Yeah, at time travel.
He's better than everybody else at time travel, and he's gonna blow everybody up."
Yep.
And they're all like, "What the fuck is blow everybody up mean?" And he's all like, "So there's nuclear weapons in the future." And then Einstein's there, and he's all like, "Oh, very interesting."
Right.
You like all my horrible accents?
No,
People?
it's great.
I just wanted to do it to make funny accents.
uh, yeah, no, I think that that's about the dumbest thing I've ever read. I mean, it sounds like a good book. I would like to read the book, maybe. I'm probably gonna watch the
Yeah,
movie and feel really fucking stupid about it when I do, but
but it's hilarious that this book has just surfaced and everybody has just drawn these parallels right now. This book's been around for a long time. Right?
yeah, it says since the 19th century. So, like, late
Yeah,
1800s.
so the 1800s.
That's literally almost, that's like 120 years ago. Wait.
Yeah, it's like the 1800s.
Yeah, that's like 120 years ago. That's, yeah. Uh, hold on. I'm getting messages on my phone and shit. Sweet. Okay, the next news article I have is there's this calf, that looks a lot like Richard Simmons, and I know you can't see it, Kai, but I mean, I don't think we even need to read the news article. If you want to
Oh,
know
you're
what,
posting it for chat?
yeah, I'm doing that right now. Uh,
Okay.
tab, here we go. Minimize. All right, hold on, chat. I'm bringing it up right now. Let me get my video camera up here. Add window capture. This is pretty funny, actually. There we go. Boom. There you go, chat. This is the cow, which looks like Gene Simmons. And as you can see, he's got the same fucking facial painting, right? He's even sticking his tongue out. Like, his tongue even looks exactly the same as Gene's, like, exactly the same. Yeah, it's like exactly the same. It's
That's
crazy.
kind of weird because cows' tongues are like a dog tongue. It's like round.
It's weird. It looks. That's. I don't know. So yeah,
Have
we're
you
not.
ever had cow tongue?
Have ever ate?
Cow tongues are meat.
No, I haven't. I've seen that. Like them being sold in like marketplaces, but I've never eaten one.
Yeah, they don't look like that when you eat them.
Well,
They don't look
obviously,
disgusting. But
obviously.
yeah, it's really good. Like what is that? That cheek meat, barbacoa. Some of that may be tongue. I'm not sure. I think that's mostly just the cheek. But like barbacoa tacos and stuff.
Hmm.
Man, cow is a tasty, tasty animal.
This doesn't appear to even be a fucking article. Oh wait, here we go. Boom, I did it. So this one I didn't even tell you about. This one's title is maybe the NFL itself has brain damage.
Okay, drop the mic.
Uh,
Walk away from that one.
it says John Urshul is a doctoral candidate in applied mathematics at MIT, and according to his bio page at the school's website, he currently has, quote, the fastest ing solver for minimal Laplace. I can't even fucking read that. Okay?
What does that mean? What
It
does it mean?
says, if you have no idea what that means, well, it means that he's a smart guy. He's also spent the last 3 seasons playing on the Baltimore Ravens offensive line. Okay? This season will not be his fourth because on Thursday, just before the first full squad practice of training camp, he retired. He says his decision to quit football and focus full time on math and his pending fatherhood came 2 days after the latest news regarding the sport's scourge, brain injuries. This week's report in the Journal of American Medical Association found signs of chronic traumatic. How do you say this?
You asking
Ink?
me?
No, I'm trying to ink. I don't know, some sort of traumatic uh, damage to the
Big
brain
word.
in the brains of 110 out of 111 former NFL players examined.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That is
and
a big sample size and a large amount of people with brain damage.
and apparently then they thought, okay, well those are NFL players, so they took 202 former football players from like the minor leagues and college and high school, and out of those 202, 177 tested positive.
So you have like at least an 80% chance of getting brain damage playing football.
Oh yeah, easy, easy. While that report was not
I didn't know
mentioned,
the numbers were so high. I
right,
knew like you had a high chance, but damn. I wonder what high school football's percentage is.
right. Thought it was irrational. Okay, so in a vacuum, this is one man with another career path making a reasoned decision. Beyond Urschel himself, there is far more trouble for the NFL. The league now faces an existential crisis, but is choosing to address it by doing everything it can to run away with its ears covered while screaming, I can't hear you, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Uh, so basically, the NFL
Yeah,
is
because that makes
just,
billions of dollars.
right. So basically, they're just denying it, like saying that this is not true. Uh, what? What?
Well, I mean,
What the
like
fuck?
logically, it stands to reason that like you would suffer brain damage, right? If you got thrown onto the ground repeatedly every day of your life from being a teenager to being a 35-year-old man.
Well, yeah, right. Of course you
Yeah,
would
so
get.
like that's what football players do. Like,
Right. Of course you get some sort of brain damage. This says, to recap, the NFL right now is dealing with a massive healthcare crisis, denying science, failing to fund public institutions to its obligated levels, blaming nonviolent dissent for its struggles, facing big problems with painkillers, and harshly dealing with one crime that doesn't even turn out to be a crime, while all of its leaders tries to squash the investigation of a marquee player's potential misdeeds, which is part of a general failure to deal effectively with violence against women. The NFL should stick to sports. And what they're referring to is the Cowboys' star running back, Ezekiel Elliott, is being investigated for domestic violence against his wife, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. Well, they're all kind of macho dudes, and then they all have like some sort of brain damage. So they're probably all racist, sexist, and bigoted anyway, probably because of football. Football
Right.
makes you a horrible person, apparently.
Mm,
I've never really met somebody who's super into football and has played it before for an extensive period of time that's been like a super cool dude.
you're right. You're super right. I mean, maybe like people who are into football, like into like watching football, but people who like play football, no, they're not like I don't know. I went to college, obviously, and the guys at college that played football were there on like a free scholarship and whatever. And that's a whole different thing. And like if that's what you do, then that's cool. But those guys, like the guys that I knew, I didn't want to be their friend. Like they didn't want to be my
Yeah,
friend, and they didn't seem to be want to be anybody's friend for that matter, even each other. It just seemed like everybody was just always competing, even if they were best
yeah, and
friends.
they're all like, yeah, they're always having a dick showing contest, and they're always like, "Oh, I'm the manliest man, and no homo, like no gay stuff around me."
Yeah,
Like,
right. Very, very afraid of being homosexuals,
yeah,
which
and then
is
they go around slapping each other's butts. Like, just fuck each other and get it over with. Come on.
yeah. Uh,
You know what's hilarious,
what
dude?
what?
That everybody needs to do that I didn't realize because, like, I mean, I'll admit it, I'm a nerd. I was in the marching band in high school, right?
Okay.
And so not until I was an adult and I would go watch my little brother, who, like, the one right underneath me is 9 years younger than me, and the one, my youngest brother, is 11 years younger than me. So, like, they're just graduating. Like, the last one's just graduating high school. So, as an adult, I would go to the football games, and, like, it's always a big to do on the last football game of the year, you know?
Yeah.
And then once I was, like, going to get some nachos or a Coke or something, and it was the end of the game, and all the senior football players were crying, and I thought it was awesome that they were all crying. And apparently they cry because that's like probably the last, like, unless they got like a football scholarship, that's the last game
Right.
of football they're ever gonna play organize. So they
Right.
cry, but then it's all like, dude, why are you being a bitch? This whole
The whole thing is
the whole
manliness.
fucking time, like, you've been teasing me about being a bitch. I didn't cry when marching band was over. Oh, I'm never gonna play the trombone with other people again. It's just fucking stupid.
Right. So
Like,
we talked about people crying when football season is over. We talked about people crying when Dale Earnhardt Sr. died, and
yeah, but Dale Earnhardt is like, you should cry when he dies
another
because he went
thing,
out like a boss.
another thing
He
you should.
probably went out smoking a cigarette, drinking liquor.
He
Like,
probably did.
those high school football people just are crying because they're bitches. Like,
Uh,
and then if I call them bitches, they're all like, "Oh, why you call me a bitch? I ain't no bitch. I can't play football." I
Another
mean,
thing you should cry about is that another thing another thing you should cry about is the fact that we're about to end the show pretty soon. So you should cry about that and come back the
no,
next time.
I ain't no, I ain't no bitch.
No, you're not gonna cry about it. I meant
No, we're gonna do it again sometime.
I meant the people watching. They should
Is this
cry.
is this the last show ever?
No, of course not. I'm saying the people watching should cry because the show's almost over, and it's fun to
Why
hang
should
out.
they cry? They can come back and see us again.
Well, yeah, but they should cry until then.
We're
But
not that great, man.
no, we're the best.
I just offended like half of America by saying that football sucked, and I drank the sweet tears of high school football players as a grown ass man because I'm petty and an asshole.
Well, I mean, I think you speak for a lot of people whenever you give that story. So, what do you think? Is this YouTube? Is
I
this
don't know,
YouTube
man.
content?
I don't know.
You don't know if
Like
this
people
is
are really gonna dislike me.
you don't know if this is YouTube content.
But you're not a big fan of football. I like high school football, honestly, because like everybody's not like it's more entertaining. You know, like they're not getting paid for it; they're just doing it because they like it. Some it's a little more fair, it seems. But I like watching high school football. If I'm gonna watch a sport, I'm watching high school football or Major League Soccer. But
Nah.
what you would call it? Do yourself a favor if you've never watched, like, if you don't like football and you were picked on in high school or you're in high school, go, if you're American, go to a high school football game at the end of the season, wait outside the locker room at the end of the last game, at the end of the season, and just fucking smile at all the dudes crying. These big macho guys, all sweaty and muddy. Smile at them.
And laugh and point and take pictures.
Yeah. Be all like, you can't play football, but I can still draw this comic book you made fun of me for doing.
All right.
Doing this.
So we didn't even do a top three. I think Relentless left, so I'm not even sure if anybody's with us right now, and we didn't get a top three suggestion.
Well, nobody's with us.
I don't think so.
Everybody hates us.
Yep, you all hate us.
This was a football player.
If you're watching this on, if you're watching this on YouTube, then that means that you like us more than people who are live right now on Twitch because nobody's here with us. If you're here with us on YouTube, we love you, right?
Yeah, we like YouTube too. So we should do a top three.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do?
I really like the fruit one, but I'm sure people are like, who the fuck cares about what you guys prefer for fruit? All fruit's good. It's sweet and delicious.
That's true.
We should do top three unconventional things that we like. Like things that other people don't enjoy, but you yourself enjoy.
Okay.
That's what we should do.
I think I can do that. What's your number three then? What's something weird that you enjoy that other people don't enjoy?
I don't know if other people don't enjoy it. It grosses some people out, and like sometimes it makes a noise, and it grosses people out because it's making the noise. I don't know, but I love paring my nails with a pocket knife, like cleaning the dirt out from underneath my nails with a pocket knife.
That's kind of
Feels
weird.
good.
I don't do that.
You don't clean your nails with a pocket knife?
No, I have a terrible habit of chewing on my fingernails, which Twitch is helping me kick because I'm on camera, so I can't bite my fingernails in front of the good people of Twitch.
Okay. What's your number three?
My number three is I bite my fingernails. Like, really bad, guys. Like, really bad. I bite my nails. And I always have. Like, I don't remember a time when I didn't. Huh?
And you love it?
I don't know if I love it. Actually, I really hate doing it. Like, I hate that I do it, okay? But I guess whenever I'm doing it, I enjoy doing it because it's, like, a stress relief. I don't even, like, notice whenever I have to, like, catch myself doing it and be like, fuck, and do something else.
I guess that qualifies.
Yeah. Not a lot of people like to chew their nails. What's another one? What's your number two?
Oh, something that I do that's unconventional that I really enjoy. This is kind of weird.
Okay.
These are no specific order because this is just my top three things, I guess. Farting loudly in public.
That's like a fetish of yours or something?
I don't know if it's a fetish. I just think it's hilarious. Like,
Okay.
because everybody's like uptight. Like, it bothers my wife. You know, it seems like only me and little kids enjoy the noise that my butt makes.
Okay. That's kind of
I
weird, I
don't know.
guess.
It's just funny. I like the. It feels good. Why shouldn't you fart? And then it sounds funny because it's a fart. Your butt just made that noise. Like something that doesn't normally make noises is making a very loud, audible noise. And then like everybody knows it's disgusting when you fart. Like if it smells, like everybody else thinks, "Oh man, that's a disgusting smell," and you know it's a disgusting smell, but it doesn't really bother you if it's your fart.
That's true. But let me tell you something about why farts fuck with me, okay? Because I don't care about the smell, all right? Like I don't have like a weak stomach or whatever, so like, like the raunchiest smells don't really fuck with me. But what does fuck with me is that I know that whenever I smell something, that means that there are literal particles of whatever it is going into my nostrils. Okay?
Yeah,
So like if
but farts are
something's
mostly just like gas. They're just methane, and
doesn't
it's not
matter. It
poop.
doesn't matter. It touched your butt hole on the way out. Like the whatever the particle that's going into my nose originated from inside of your body, and that fucks me up. Ugh.
You know, your butthole, bacteria-wise, your butt and dick and crotch is cleaner than anywhere else on your body. It's cleaner than your hands and face.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell me that like all the times you want,
No,
and I'm still
there's been
gonna say,
studies.
yeah,
I
that's
know you
great.
don't want to be going up to a stranger and rubbing dicks with them because you don't want to rub your dirty face on their clean dick. But
Mm. Okay.
I don't. But your face and hands come in contact with a lot more stuff than your crotch and butt because they're always under clothes and like they don't produce that much bacteria. You have a mouth that like you're constantly
Yeah,
shoving things in, and then your hands are constantly touching stuff and you're constantly touching your face. You have a lot of bacteria. Like there's studies. It's a real thing.
you're right, but
But
it still fucks me up.
yeah, it's still gross. Like I mean, just but it's only gross like bad words are bad. Like words aren't necessarily bad. They're just words are words. It's the meaning behind them, but people put certain emphasis on certain words. Just like you don't want to be showing your dick in public. You don't want to be walking around naked in public because of society. You know?
Sure. Okay, my number two is, I don't know, it's not like I love it, and it's a big thing on the internet. I love pineapples on pizza, right? Like
Don't
that's
know how it. I'm kind of indifferent about that, man.
really
Like I know it's a big thing on the internet. Like people are like, "Oh, don't put those abominations on my pizza." Like me, it's all like I can see both sides. Like I like a traditional pepperoni cheese sauce red.
yeah.
Like that's probably my favorite pizza. But like I also like maybe throw a little ham and pineapple on that pepperoni and cheese every now and then because it's like you're eating a little dessert with your savory. It's like sweet and savory together. You know,
Yeah.
I can see
Also,
it.
I love mushrooms, obviously, on my pizza, but that's a whole different
I
thing.
don't like pineapple and mushrooms together though. That's
Oh,
one thing. I don't put pineapples and mushrooms together. They don't work.
okay. See, I could totally do that. I'm gonna go ahead and give you my number one. Okay, real quick. My number one is I crave, and like if we had some right now, I would show you. I don't even think we do. Maybe we do. Hold on a second, chat. Can you just give me 1 second? Okay, Kai, just give me 1 second here. I'm gonna show chat something. Ready? Hold on.
Good. I had to think of my number one. What is my number one weird thing? EJ's is so weird. He has to go get it. But it could be a dilder.
Have it. We don't have any guys. I was seeing if we.
Those.
I wanted to make a demonstration. My number one that nobody seems to like is I love pickle juice. Like just the juice that comes in the can with the pickles, right? Like I can take pickle. If I had some right now, I would do it. That's what I was about to do. I can take pickle juice, put it into a cup, and then just drink it. Like,
That's not that weird, but
uh,
it is weird.
it's
Not a lot
kind of
of people
weird
like
even
it.
for me because like okay, so if we buy a jar of pickles, right? Ashley usually makes like deep fried pickle slices. She'll use the whole jar of pickles, and then I will take the whole jar of juice and drink it like in a
It's like
sitting.
licking the batter of a cake bowl.
Yeah, like in a single sitting, I will take the pickle juice, put a little bit more salt on it, and drink it. So I don't know. I consume I can
You chug it.
I don't chug it. I mean I can. I just really like the way it tastes, so I don't
Yeah,
want to chug
but
it.
you enjoy it. Like you drink it.
Oh,
Like
I
the
more than
juice.
enjoy it. It's like my preferred drink. Like if they made pickle juice like the same way they make like apple juice, I would buy that. That would be what I would drink.
It's just cucumber juice and vinegar.
Yeah,
I
I know.
mean,
It's fucking awesome, is what it is. It's fucking
I
so
mean, like I
good.
like vinegar, but like I can do that. It's not like something I seek out to do, but I don't mind it. I think pickle juice is pretty good. It also depends on what type of pickles. Like if you get spicy pickles, nah, I don't want to drink spicy pickle juice. But like regular dill or butter, dill probably is the best.
Oh yeah, dill is definitely the best. Dill is definitely the
Uh,
best. What's your number two and one? Or wait, you already gave me your number two. What's your number one?
uh, shit.
A weird
I
things
already
you
did
like to do.
four. Weird things that I do that it's not necessarily something that I do, but something that is done to me that I really enjoy that I probably should not enjoy this much.
Okay, I'm
Uh,
scared. We're treading fetishy waters.
no, it's not like a fetish thing, but
Okay.
it does have to do with like a female.
Okay, we're never
Uh,
gonna do top three fetishes, just so you know. That's never gonna be a thing.
damn,
Never.
I don't really, I don't know if I have any fetishes.
That's what I
Because
was.
like you
That's.
don't realize that a fetish is your fetish, right? Until you start talking about it. So I don't want to find out if I have any.
I guess that's true.
Uh,
I never. I don't know. Like, just real quick. I want to say. I don't think that like I'm into anything weird. Right? Like,
feet.
nah. I mean, like, if I like, I'm not like looking at feet videos on the internet. You know. Like, that's not what I'm doing. So I don't know. I
I mean,
just.
like I'm sure there's. I mean, we don't have to talk about it.
Nah.
It's weird. Like whatever floats your boat between two consenting adults. Whatever, man. Like I don't give a
Sure.
fuck
No,
what you.
I just don't think that like I don't. I mean, I guess if I did, I would like tell you guys or whatever. I guess I'll mull on it,
I
but I
kind
don't.
of I kind of have an anti fetish, like something that like I think a lot of dudes are into, but like totally disgusts me.
Anal?
Is like anal, like
Yeah.
any butt play.
Okay.
Like don't put your fingers in my butt. Don't go around my butt. Don't try to toss my salad. I don't care how good it feels. My poop comes out of that hole. I don't want to stick my dick in your asshole. That's not where it goes. You have a perfectly good vagina.
Yeah, definitely. I do not
And
care for that either. Don't come near my butt. Like
like, do
even
you want to go near anybody else's butt?
I mean like I guess I'm like not against that or whatever. It's just like don't go near my butt. You know, like
I am
even
on
just
going to someone else's butt.
like my butt cheeks, right? Like don't even grab my butt cheeks because
Uh,
it freaks me out. Okay, nobody ever has done that, right? And my butt cheeks are really small, so probably what's gonna happen is you're gonna grab like my back or something. It's funny. The other day I was.
okay.
Go ahead.
Anyway, let's go. Let's go. I'll finish my number one. I'm just
Okay.
saying it's not sexual in nature.
Okay. Great. That was a
I just want
really
to clear
big
that.
preface for that. It's not sexual in nature, but here are some things that are.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go into it. I'm just saying my number one's not a sex thing. It's
What is
we
your
are
number
on
one?
top three. We can divert to sex things because I'm totally down talking about sex things.
No, let's not do that. What's your number one?
No, what were you saying? We were talking about your fetishes.
We weren't. We weren't talking about my fetish. I was gonna say that the other day my friend was over Dakota, and I've been doing like the exercising and stuff in the mornings or whatever, like weightlifting and stuff. And he was like showing me some different like crunches and stuff that I could do. And he was telling me basically like lay on the floor, right, and try to do like start to do a sit up, like a half of a sit up, and then whenever you're about halfway done with your sit up, start lifting your legs up and try to fold yourself up like a suitcase, right? Like with your ass on the ground and try to fold yourself up like a suitcase. And I was like, okay, but I was like, let me demonstrate something to you, buddy. I don't have an ass. So like whenever I lay down on the ground, if I start to do a sit up and like I do that, then my ass isn't what I'm sitting on, or like, isn't the foundation to the briefcase. It's like my tailbone. It's like my back. you know?
Yeah, I have well, just skinny dudes in general have that problem.
It sucks. It's the worst.
Do crunches on pillow
Yeah.
or folded up blanket or a yoga mat.
I literally always
It's the only way that
sit on a pillow. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm sitting
or
on, I sit on a pillow.
when you can do it without any assistance is if you're like in soft grass, like
Yeah.
soft dirt.
Sure.
So yeah, that's why in the military I was always like, yeah, we get to go outside for PT, even though it's like 20 degrees outside.
Soft.
Okay, my number one weird thing that I like that I think is kind of weird, is how like you're sitting with your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, and she has like girls have like long nails, right?
Yeah.
And they start playing with your hair, like running their fingernails up like right above your neck where your hair starts, and like running their fingernails on your scalp and on your head.
Sure.
Dude, I love that shit. Like, I know I said it's not sexual, but like, it's not sexual.
It's not sexual, right?
No, it's not sexual at all, but like, it feels so good to me that it's like, I would prefer that over sex sometimes.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, yeah, that's so sexy and sexual. It's just like sometimes you're eating a really good piece of bacon, and you're all like, oh man, this bacon's better than sex right now. Like,
Right.
just give me more bacon. I don't want a blowjob. I want more bacon. Like, it's that type of thing.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I don't give that much attention. So,
The bacon?
no, to the hair thing. And I guess also to bacon.
You don't like. What about you don't like your scalp like rubbed or scratched or?
I don't know how to answer that. I don't know. I mean, I guess like I'm indifferent to it. Like it doesn't. I don't know. It's just like, oh, yeah, that would be really nice if I itched right there. I don't know.
You're just all like, oh, thanks. I'm glad you're showing me affection, but
Yeah.
this doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it's fucking weird.
It's a
It's
little
my
weird.
number one weird thing that I love. I absolutely love it.
It's a little
Love
weird.
it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
But I think that's where we're gonna have to end the show, buddy. There's not anybody with us right now. This is an hour and a half, so it's a good YouTube episode, I think.
We could talk about more fetishes.
That's true. We'll do that next time. How about that? And
Top 3 fetishes.
right. So yeah, I got a Rocket League tournament in 30 minutes. So
Oh, so you're getting off. You're leaving me for Rocket League. Are you
Yeah.
at least playing with Squish?
oh no, I play the tournaments with a guy named Funky is what his name is.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, have you played Rocket League with
I did.
Squish?
I did.
Squish.
I played Rocket League with Squish yesterday.
Good.
We played
You're
like
neglecting him, and he was crying.
we played like
and
5
you
or
didn't
6
call
games.
Mom during it.
Bullshit. Fuck off. I did so.
You
So
called Mom playing with Squish? That's not very attentive to Squish.
what? I paid so much attention. Shut up. So if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.
Yeah, she'll like, subscribe, and Dr. Baron Kai Kai the Third. I'm the best.